All right, so this is the video for the fifth worksheet. This is SpongeBob DiHybrid practice. Di meaning two, hybrid meaning heterozygous. So we're talking about, again, a SpongeBob theme worksheet that involves two traits. Now, again, with all these SpongeBob problems, most of the keys are always going to be the same. If you're familiar with SpongeBob, you can kind of already have an idea of what's dominant or what's recessive. But regardless, it is given to you. First part, they give you the phenotype, and you simply have to write down what the genotype would be. So heterozygous for round eyes, so we find eye shape, which would be big R, little r, because it's heterozygous. And then has a blue body. So color blue would be recessive. And I like to lowercase. Fill out those and you'll be good. Down here, we start with SpongeBob's aunt, who is round pants. Just kind of read through that. And these questions go along with that. Identify the genotypes of the aunt and her fiance. Well, if she's round pants and has a stubby nose, round pants and stubby nose. So round pants we know is a little s, and a stubby nose, which is little l. Her fiance is purebred, which is another word for homozygous. So square pants would be big S, and long nose, which means big L. Okay. What are the possible gametes for those two? This is where you're going to use foil. First, outside, inside, last. And if you look, first, outside, little s, little l, little s, little l, inside, last. As you see, all four of them are little s, little l. And then what about the fiance? Well, it's the same pattern. They're all big S, big L. And what is the possible genotypes for their children? This is where you're going to do a great big huge Punnett square. Putting all the gametes, little s, little l, little s, little l, little s, little l, little s, little l, and then big S, big L, big S, big L, big S, big L. And if you start filling this particular out, since all of the gametes are the same, big S, big L, little l, it's going to be the same all the way through. So there's really no need to fill out all 16 squares. And what are the possible genotypes for their children? Well, it's only one possible genotype. Big S, big L, little l. Sometimes there are shortcuts. If you're unsure, don't try to fake it. Go ahead and fill it out if you're unsure. The rest of these problems are going to be the same thing. Most of them I have a Punnett square already given to you. But this one is all about SpongeBob and Sponge Susie. So all of these will be here, and these are for the offspring. This is all the same problem. And then on the back, this one is about Patrick and his girlfriend. And what's Patty's phenotype? What is the possible, again, do another Punnett square over here in the corner. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing really tricky that goes along this. Squidward, same thing. Squidward problem, be able to answer all of these. Foil is the big thing. Figuring out the gametes. Trying to do the first inside, outside, just like on the rabbit sheet. Don't rush this. If you need more space, get a bigger piece of paper. But this particular worksheet, there's nothing tricky to it. You just have to make sure that you get the gametes correctly. That is the key point. Identifying what the parents, what their genotype is, having a total of 4 letters, and then doing that first outside, inside, gamete trick and putting them in and filling it in. If you're unsure, just fill out the entire thing so that you know what you have and what you do not have. If you have any questions, problems, feel free to email me. Thank you.